name is Aaron Glenane and I play Professor Richard White. Richard is a quantum physicist. He is developing technology in the hopes to find a way to save the planet. And the way he's trying to do that is by building a time machine so he can go forward into the future and see if there's any life still left there. My favorite moment was when I just walked through that doorway there and saw this, because this is crazy. It's huge. I feel like I'm on a Transformers set or an X-Men set or something, and it really helps myself as an actor to buy into the world. I've been tasked with finding an alternative way to save the world and the sickness that's developed. So my idea is to travel forward in time. And to make that happen, we've built the Chronicle.
Time travel in this film is dealt with through the Chronicle. It's a scientific instrument that was being created to send matter through time in the hope to find a cure for humankind. It was created by Ethan's father, and through this, Ethan travels into the future.
When I read the script, there was a description that Seth had written about what the time machine was. It was described as a jet engine with a structure. I think it was in bedrock, and the line was that Zeus himself
couldn't pry this thing from its home. It's a line that you kind of write with this crazy abstract idea in your head, and then the biggest blessing on this movie is seeing those ideas being handed over to these incredible creatives that take that obtuse line and turn it into something crazily real. Jacinta started designing this time machine based off that line, and we brought a bunch of incredible concept artists on board. Matt Hatton actually did a pencil drawing for us of this crazy jet engine idea. And when we first saw it on paper, Jack and I just both looked at each other and went, oh my God, can we actually build that? Because if we can, I think we should. It's pretty cool.
From there I started drawing some jet engines and putting it in bedrock, putting arms into it. We were influenced in part by the Hadron Collider. We chatted about how tall should it be, should there be walkways looking down onto it with technicians.
One of the things that Jacinta spent a lot of time doing for us in pre-production was designing a massive amount of visual references that really helped the crossover with visual effects when we got into post-production. The time machine is a perfect example of that. We went through a lot of iterations of the time machine design with Jack in pre-production, and I had the benefit of her being able to mock them up for us and have these incredible concept artists draw them up so that we could really visually see not just what it would look like, but what our frames were going to be exactly. And then we could start those conversations with visual effects early on so that they could then feed their ideas back into the practicality of it, what needed to be VFX, and so on. We
have the great set of the Chronicle, but the actual moment of time travel when he's thrust forward, that needs some help. Electricity effects, the world sort of breaks apart and he thrusts forward into the future.
I had this idea quite early on about the time travel sequence, and that we've seen these sorts of things a lot of times before, and for me, I really want to do something in the film that feels emotive. And there is no, time travel, there's no, what does time travel really look like? I have this idea that what would happen to your mind if you went through time and your whole reality was breaking down because literally you're at the edge of the universe. What would you see? How would your brain process that? Would some of that become like a psychological impression versus what is real and what is not real? And in some ways that plays into the themes of the movie as well. Can we change things, and how do we perceive our reality to be? Do we succumb to that perception or not? In some ways, I think reflecting that in the visuals of when you travel through time is a cool kind of precursor to the bigger theme for me.